Namaste. Welcome. We are all spiritual beings. So it really doesn't matter which level or state we're currently at, given the many differences in our commitments, circumstances, priorities, responsibilities. We all go through this energetic transformation. Yes, the spirit is the energy in its most absolute form, and the body is the spirit in the flesh. The breath is a manifestation of the spirit moving, flowing inside the body. Right. So this is really the beauty of understanding and practicing the principle from something which we could fully relate with. And for today's lesson, I will be leading you through that program, or that sequence, or that practice. But before we do our lesson, let me just give some concepts about this topic. The energy, as it rises through our spine, follows this threefold, I would say, transformation, direction, flow. And as it flows inside the body, because the energy makes its way up through the spine, it flows like gears inside the body. So from the hips, it will coil inward. So the hips are really the seat of our foundation. It's the seat of power. It's the seat of the body, strength, power, flexibility, and it's the seat of creation. So we have to harness this first. So over a long period of time of practice, you will be able to develop this, of course. But yes, it's very important that the awareness should start from this point of our body. So as we breathe through the process, you're going to feel the breath, the sensation, the need will flow right from the side and then towards the center of the hips. It feels like it's wrapping from the outside towards the center. Right. And then from the pit of the hips, you're going to throw that breath upwards, between the two big ribs, so that the action is upwards. And then when you feel the manifestation reaches this point between the two big ribs, you allow it to open externally, outward. So you're going to feel the upper chest lift, the sternum rises, and the collarbones slightly go broad. And then from here, it will just allow the rest of the fronts of the body to open. So the heart inside is the seat of way of reaching out. So from something which is very me, from something which is very body, we lift that energy to reach out. And then finally, from the space between the two collarbones, the hollow of the throat, you can lift the sensation to ascend to the backs of our neck, right up to the tip of the spine, and then out. So in relation to our spirit, our development, so from something which is very us, very me, which promotes the health and wellness of our physical body, we reach out. Because we cannot reach out if we are not sorted inside. So from harnessing our full potential, we try to open up. And then from there, we go back. We go back inside the body, but this time it's more of us controlling the body itself, controlling the breath itself, and that becomes the meditation. And then we further lift our awareness higher up the nervous system, and then we could experience the pure consciousness we call the spirit. All right, but we won't be doing that definitely, because that will require much different and really very challenging elements. I will translate that now to something which is general. So we're going to move and breathe through this lesson. So you can actually do this in the morning, the lesson, or any time of the day you have the availability, but make time for it. Because really, generally, if you analyze the way you breathe, you're not breathing completely because of the rigors and the busyness of the modern times. We tend to stop the breath inside. And then when we hold too much of that vibrations inside, they accumulate and they become thick. And and the blockages will clog the inner pathways or the energetic channels, which will eventually result to pain, discomfort, or worse, illnesses and diseases. So we want to complete the cycle of the breath. Yeah? So from producing it and allowing it to drain out of the system. Alright, so for today we will be practicing the cycle of the breath by moving, breathing, and with the mind involved, this becomes a meditation as well. Alright, so if you might, so you may start your practice kneeling like this, or you can just sit on a prop so the hips are elevated. So first we're going to be doing the breath in 3 stages. So we can understand each level, each order, and then from there we're going to progress this to just one breath cycle. So first, inhale, feel the lower belly draw in and up, and exhale, but don't dump it. Alright, now next inhale, send the breath here, and out, and exhale, but don't collapse it. Next inhale, lift the breath to the backs of the skull, and out, and exhale. Good. So let's do that again. Breathing in, lower belly draws in and up. Exhale, keep it flat. Inhale, lift the sternum up, and then broaden the collarbones wide. And exhale, soften the chest. Inhale, back off a bit like a gentle hop to the roof of the mouth, and up to the backs of the skull, and out. Alright, let's do 2 more. Breathing in, hips, exhale, breathing into your heart, open, exhale, inhale inside, hit up, exhale. 1 more. Breathing in, exhale, inhale, open, exhale, lengthen to the back, exhale. Good. So you might perform that first while sitting. So you can just allow the manifestation to be felt. And then it becomes your form of warming up as well. Alright, now the next drill will be standing. So you can actually feel this right away when you move through it. So standing. Alright, so we're going to be performing or practicing like the goddess position or the white squat. So if you're not too flexible like this, you can just rise up a bit higher. Alright, so knees are bent. Alright, it will really help if you use the arms. So the arms roll inward as you draw the breath up and out. Alright, so when we move through it, it becomes just like a 1 breath cycle, combining all the elements, all the action in 1 breath. So the first stage of the breath, inhalation, you coil it inward and then continue breathing to open it outward, and continue breathing to rise it high and exhale. Alright, so let's do that. Let's do about 7. Exhale first, breathing in, up and out. Exhale down. Breathing in, exhale. You may cross the arms. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, you may gaze up. Exhale. Last one. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. So first we'll learn it by performing or practicing 3 breath cycles. So first we dedicate the first breath to the hips, then we dedicate the second breath to the heart, and the third breath we dedicate to our nervous system. So really, that is the flow of the energy. So you harness to produce, you lift that energy to nourish the heart, to reach out, and then finally to clear the mind by lifting that energy up to the nervous system. And then when you work and then move with it, it becomes like a one breath cycle. So it becomes more flowing. But you know that awareness tells you that the breath would have to come first down the hips, and you're going to lift it up inside the heart and out, and then back inside to the nervous system. So it becomes more subtle to subtle, because the breath first will start thick, and then it will gonna go a little bit thin as it reaches here, and it will go even thin and refined and absolute as you enter the energy to the nervous system. So from the base, it goes like that. So from something which is widespread to something which is more absolute. And that is actually the transformation of your energy from the gross form to a subtle form to an absolute form. Alright, so the second drill is actually like you are doing a warrior two, like this. Not really technically a warrior two, something that you bend this leg, yeah? And then we're gonna roll this hip inward a bit, because you're gonna draw that breath in, yeah? Coils inward and out. Alright, so now when we allow the rest of the structure to move with it, it's like this. Inhale, circle up, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhaling, exhaling. Let's have two more. Breathing in, breathing out. One last. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. And then you do the other side. Yeah. So if you're doing, for example, 7 here, you do 7 here as well. Yeah. So let's do 5 here. Yeah. Inhale, circle up, exhale. Like you want to roll it inward, out and out, up and out, exhale. Breathing in, exhaling. Like you're hanging and suspending, yeah? So from something which is very strong, you're going to lift it lightly and then you suspend higher up. Yeah? 2 more. Inhale, exhale. One last. Inhale it, and then really exhale, empty exhale. Alright? So that's the second drill. Alright. The next drill is actually done on a kneeling position. So, but this will require a little bit of flexibility. So work progressively, definitely work progressively. I call this the praise flow. Alright. So kneel position, so the knees are like about hip width distance. Yeah, so starting upright. Exhale. As we inhale, we're going to close the hips so you can coil everything inward, halfway forward. This is inhale. Keep inhaling. Open wide. Exhale. Lift the root of the mouth up and out to the crown of the head. Yeah. So let's do the whole process. Yeah. So this is like a combination of like you're doing a slight flexion, a light extension, and a vertical lift. Yeah. So in one breath. Yeah. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Coil inward. Draw upwards. Exhale. Inhale. From the hips to the sternum to the crown of the head. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to your neutral position. Inhale. And exhale. Yes. Yeah. 4 drills. Yeah. Simple, easy to follow. They promote lightness and openness of the body. It allows the breath to flow fully, and of course with the mind involved with the movement and all the actions, it becomes meditative as well. Yeah? So that's how I feel the energy flow inside the body. I'm just translating them to something which is more general, so everyone can enjoy the radiance of this. Yeah, great. See you next round. Namaste.